Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at a super 5-race card at Fanny Bay this coming Saturday, the 20th of October. However, before we have a look at the race-by-race form, I thought I'd cover off on the 5 horses from this year's Magic Millions Darwin Turf Club Tried Horse Sale, held just prior to Cup Weekend in early August, that are down to compete this weekend. Firstly, in race 2, Federal Court, purchased by Angela Forster for a sale topping $30,000, has his second start in the top end. In his first up run, although only 5th, he was far from disgraced and should be improved for that outing, his first for 3 months, and he certainly warrants respect in race 2. Making the Grade is the sale horse engaged in race 3, and an interesting runner at that. Bought by Winx's co-owner Peter Tighe for $14,000 at the sale, Making the Grade is raced by him, along with the likes of Sky Channel hierarchy Greg Radley, Ron Dufficy, Glenn Munsey and Bernadette Cooper, to name but a few. Trained by Gary Clark, he has decent South Australian form and must be considered. He'll also wear the famous Winx blue colours, a first for Darwin racing. Restless and Madame Duporth are the sale horses in race 4. Restless was purchased for $15,000 by the Darwin Turf Club board and raced by them along with CUB Supremo Lincoln Jenkin and leading Victorian trainer Mick Price. He was a last start winner at Corindai and must be considered. Madame Duporth was a $16,500 purchase by leading trainer Kerry Petrick and races for her and partner Gordon Simmons and a large syndicate of top-end owners. She has some good form to recommend and adds to what should be a very competitive contest. And the last of the horses bought out of this year's Tried Horse Sale is Rocheville, a $14,000 purchase by Luke Mile. Trained by Carl Spry, he has already had a couple of runs here in the top end for a 3rd and a 4th placing, and the step up to 1,600 metres on Saturday should really suit. Now on to the selections for the day's 5 races, with some 43 acceptors down to do battle. In the first, the Hutchinson Builders Handicap, it's the 0 to 64 1300, and my numbers are 5, 4, 2 and 9. Number 5 on top for me, Let's Celebrate, looking for her 3rd win in succession. She's from the Gary Clark stable, Brendan Davis aboard. She was impressive winning here last time on the 6th of October, and over the 1300 metres I can see her leading and being very hard to beat. 5 on top for me, ahead of number 4 Murphy, Vanessa Arnott for Jason Manning, consistent without winning out of turn. In for 3rd, number 2 Howdy, and my 4th selection, number 9 Perpetual Bliss. 5, 4, 2 and 9 in the first. The second, the Coolalingga and Districts Community Bank Handicap. It's the 0 to 70 handicap, the highest grade race of the day. It's over 1,200 metres, and my numbers are 6, 1, 2 and 3. I'm going here with the inform Needy Rocket, and like Let's Celebrate, looking for his 3rd win in succession. He's trained by David Bates, and he's got the services this week of Paul Denton. I've liked his performances in Darwin. He's actually won 3 of his last 4, this horse. He's a grey, you won't miss him in the run, and I think even stepping up in grade, he'll be very hard to beat. 6 on top for me, ahead of number 1 Sky Muster, raced really well during the carnival for Gary Clark. Carl Spry aboard, he's won his last 2 as well, so a lot of form around the top 2 in this race. My 3rd selection, number 2 Federal Court, and in for 4th, number 3 Marble Duke. 6, 1, 2 and 3 in race 2. Race 3 is the Darwin Motor Group Handicap. It's a benchmark 54 over the 1,100 metres, our smallest field of the day, with 7 runners down to contest the event. Numbers here 1, 2, 4 and 5. Going with number 1 Making the Grade, the sale horse, raced by Peter Tighe and co. Big syndicate of owners there, some pretty influential owners, and great to see those Winx colours racing for the first time in the top end. Michelle Hagley takes the ride on Making the Grade. Gary Clark does the training. Hasn't raced since the 17th of March, but was a winner at Murray Bridge 3 starts back. This field doesn't look overly strong, and I think if Making the Grade turns up in his best form, he'll be very hard to beat. 1 on top, ahead of 2 Purdue, trained by Carl Spry, 1 of 2 in the event, trained by Carl. Racing consistently, deserves a winning turn, gets a good chance here. In for 3rd, number 4 Wicked Affair, and in for 4th, number 5 Bonnier. 1, 2, 4 and 5. The 4th, the Alabache Fanny Bay Trobus Handicap. It's over the 1,000 metres for the Class 2 gallopers. Tough field, this one. I really found this a tricky affair, but I'm going 6, 5, 3 and 4. A lot of talk around number 6, Madame Duporth, another horse out of the sale from the Kerry Petrick stable. Paul Denton could be in for a pretty good day here on Saturday. This horse was a winner 3 starts back at Cranbourne, has some pretty decent form from only 5 career starts, and such is the mail around this one. I've got it on top. Number 6 for me, ahead of number 5, and that's Isle of Light. Good last start winner for Angela Forster. Carl Spry goes aboard on Saturday. In for third, number 3, Pagman. Good to see this former good 2-year-old trained formerly in Alice Springs. He's now in the Gary Clark stable. And in for fourth, number 4, Sabai. 6, 5, 3 and 4 in race 4. And the last, which is the 1600 metre event, just going back a page, the Cancer Council NT Handicap. The biggest field of the day, 11 runners here. My numbers 3, 8, 2 and 5. Going with 3 here, Strategic Journey from the Phil Cole stable. Jared Todd takes the mount here. Racing consistently, last couple of runs have been third placings. Raced well during the carnival, did Strategic Journey, and I think gets an ideal opportunity here back to the 1600 metres. 3 on top for me. Ahead of number 8, Larricone. Really good run here last time. Ray Viger goes aboard, was second to Let's Celebrate at that last start. Only has to reproduce that to be right in the mix. And for third, number 2, Rocheville, another of the sale horses. And my fourth selection is number 5, Snowy Black. 3, 8, 2 and 5 in the last. My best bet in Darwin this Saturday, race 1, number 5, Let's Celebrate. Race 1, number 5, Let's Celebrate. Well, the best each way chance comes up in race 5, number 6, Taciturn. Race 5, number 6, Taciturn each way. That wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back next week in advance of Cox Plate Day, the 27th of October. In the meantime, good luck and good punting.